Hydrogen bonds essentially look like hydrogen atoms sandwiched between two highly electronegative atoms, one to which it is covalently bonded and the other to which it is electrostatically attracted. In organic chemistry, we show such an attraction using a dotted line. So a dotted line indicates a highly polarized hydrogen atom that is electron deficient. It is polarized positively because of its exposed positively charged nucleus. How does that happen? Let's find out. A hydrogen atom has only one electron, and if that electron not only took part in the covalent bond formation but also got shifted away from itself much farther from the center of the bond towards the greedy partner to which it is covalently bonded, then such a hydrogen would be highly electron poor. This greedy partner, which hoards the bond electron density, is a strong electronegative atom such as fluorine, oxygen or nitrogen. So this hydrogen, stripped of its electron density, acts as an anchor and seeks the electron richness of another atom by attraction, mainly atoms in possession of lone pair of electrons. It wants to closely associate with these electron-rich atoms, which again are atoms with lone pair like fluorine, nitrogen and oxygen, and be drawn to the electron density. This attraction is what we call a hydrogen bond, and it only occurs when there is a hydrogen bond donor and a hydrogen bond acceptor. The magnetism for the other atom's electron density by hydrogen bond formation is much stronger than the van der Waals forces. Since it involves only atoms of fluorine, nitrogen, and oxygen, it is treated as a separate class of dipole-dipole interactions. Hydrogen bonds can be extensive and their collective strength can dictate why water exists as a liquid. Nylon is stronger than cotton and why DNA is coiled. Hydrogen bonds and other molecular attractive interactions are part of the intermolecular forces chapter. Subscribe to the study program on organic chemistry fundamentals at curlyarrows.com/subscribe.